I feel like they're already judging me before I even open my mouth. I know that they're already thinking something negative.
Sometimes I am afraid as a black male. Um, Depending on the way that I dress or where I am, if I'm wearing baggier clothes or a tall tee, I definitely see the potential for me to be racially profiled.
There's a different onus that comes on me as a black male than it does on anybody else.
I remember
It left
being a
me
young
with
kid.
the longest impression, and I totally admire these men for their stories and their movement and their protest. I loved all the pieces of Black culture woven into their routines. I thought it was really ingenious to include struggle with the police officers, primarily white police officers, within their culture and within their choreography. And I thought it was altogether really moving.
I really enjoyed the way that Black Stains approached the different speakers and their perspectives along with the dance scenes. I thought it was really compelling and interesting and more effective having those different points of view interspersed with the dance scenes. It kind of felt like a documentary in some ways, but in a good way. And I think they did an amazing job with the points that they made and the perspectives that they captured, and very timely.
I thought they did a great job with the interviews in black and white and the footage of the fictional stuff in color. I liked that contrast. I liked a lot about this film. It's definitely something that needs to be shown, a message that needs to be shared, especially at times like now. It's very relevant. I thought it was some really good choices were made on this film, and again, it should definitely be shared.
I thought this was so powerful, like really from beginning to end. I thought that the music that they used was so intentional, like clearly intentional, and so well picked for this film. I thought the choreography was really good, and doing the interviews, the intermittent with the dancing of like people's real experiences and what their beliefs of the entire like problem or culture was, of like their run-ins with cops or their run-ins with other like people asking them questions or things like that, like growing up in Texas or coming back to a place that you used to live, like all of those things, and having those interviews be in black and white but everything else was in color, I thought was really nice, because to me it very much felt like there is no like sort of gray area, like this is like the black and white facts of these people's lives, like this is their experiences. And I thought that the way that they edited the whole thing together really pushed for a very powerful movie beginning to end.
Such a powerful production, and the message, I really think it gets out as they planned. I really like how they frame this as a public service announcement, which it is. I mean, it is somehow the effort we are doing to have other people aware of other people difficulties or sufferings or struggles in society. It's part of a service, and I really enjoyed the dancing throughout the film, and the different stages they used. They are quite new and authentic. I really enjoyed the different ways they showcase the everyday scenarios with a poetic dancing and choreography. The music, of course, was lovely, and it was a very, very poetic and beautiful film overall. I really liked it.
This one's all about the message. There's some great dancing and some interesting people for sure, but the message is strong and it's clear, and I think unfortunately it still needs to be heard by a lot of people. So for those reasons, I'm glad this one exists. It's sort of sad that it still needs to exist, or that it ever needed to, but this film is out there in the world, and I think a lot of people should watch it.
Yeah, this one's super powerful. It's really well done. All of the the dancers and the people involved, their stories are so interesting and powerful, and I really appreciate the filmmaker coming forward and shining a light on this so more people can see it and be aware of it, of their work. Yeah, the physicality was great, the choreography, all the locations too. But honestly, like I wish every dance video was like this, because I feel like there's so many like interpretive dance performances that are just a little less than accessible for people who aren't, well versed in dance and that world. And hearing like everyone's stories mixed in with the dances made everything just so clear and beautiful, and I really liked it. So great job.
Thank you for making this. It was so impactful. The choreography was provocative and beautiful. It showed me struggle and freedom, resistance and resilience. The vulnerability and the truth of these young Black men's voices was so raw. I mean, I can definitely relate to some of the stories. Myself, growing up in an all-white community, being the only Black family comes with its own unique set of experiences. It taught us that we were different. It taught us that we weren't afforded the same freedoms as everyone else. I also really enjoyed the music, and I absolutely will be checking out the artist because some of the lyrics really hit me hard. I also really liked that it was shot partially in color, partially in black and white. This film just really, hit me where the feels are. So thank you for that. I appreciate it.